What is good, guys? Alrighty. Alright, so let's get into this trade we took today. What is going on with my chart? Hold up. Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, chart is good. Damn, this hurts to just kind of look at it right now, but alright. Chart is up. We made pop-up screenshot 5.7k today. Alright. We took one trade only. We took calls in the morning around like 11 o'clock ish. We took QQQ 62016 calls. And then now I'm going to kind of break down what I was looking at this morning. So this morning at market open, dropped. Let me go on this 5 minute for this. Okay. So this morning, market opens, right? Pre-market highs pretty much get taken out instantly. Well, we actually kind of swept, push back down, with leg up, and then get a strong move to the upside. Now, if we go look at ES here, actually low key a decent entry on ES here, right? Broke those pre-market highs up here, right? Price blasted right through. We get a strong displacement candle. Excuse me. To close above that previous high. What does price do? We come back into that fair value gap, retest off of that, and just absolutely cook, right? So that was first trade. I did not wind up taking. Second trade, or not second trade, I'm sorry. Now second thing, go back to NQ. I was actually looking for NQ to come up and take out these 15-minute highs up here after market open, right? Which we did not initially do. We got very close to tapping those highs. I wanted to play a reversal off of this top, but we wound up coming back into my zone. And I was looking for price to bounce around this level, right? We have this 5-minute fair value gap with a strong displacement candle that broke above the previous day high, which is yesterday, Monday. But instead, price wanted to come all the way down. We flushed all the way through that, got to close below that fair value gap, invalidating that initial setup that I was looking to go long up here. So we come back down. Now I'm going to drop to the 1 minute when I took my trade. Okay, so we see the 1 minute, we get that close below that previous 5-minute fair value gap. And what do? We get a break of this high, confirming a shift in market structure, right? When we have a downtrend, for example, right, we got higher lows being formed, and we also have lower lows being made / being formed. Okay. Right, so we know price is in a downtrend, right? We know price is bearish right now. And what am I going to do? I'm looking for the reversal, right? I'm not trying to hop into that when we're already down, towards the bottom of the move. So I see price. We see a high right here, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low here. Break above that first higher low. We got to close, kind of consolidate a little bit. But that close above that high is kind of my first confluence for telling me that the market is looking to reverse or pivot to the opposite direction, right? So we get that close, and what do? Price comes back down and retest into a previously made fair value gap, which I have marked out right here. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer, okay? All right, so first things first, we find a bottom here. What does price do? We come up, get a close below this previous high right here. We kind of, consolidate for a little bit, and I'm seeing this consolidation. At this point, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go long. I just want to wait for my entry. So what do? We get a reversal back into this fair value gap, and what do we also get? We actually have an inverse fair value gap too. which is right here. It kind of looks ugly because of the way, I don't know why my trading view chart's all whacked out, but I'm pointing as if you guys can see. All right, so this is an inverse fair value gap, right? Which is basically when, in this case, if you're not familiar, bearish fair value gap, but price flips and we get a close above the top of that previous bearish fair value gap, which invalidates it, but it also leaves room for it to be an inverse. So we form that inverse. And if we go over to ES here, same type of setup, right? We get a reversal, price breaks above that previous high, getting a shift in market structure. What do? Market pulls back here, taps back into that imbalance candle or that imbalance zone. Same thing in Q, right? Boom. Now, once I see we wick back out of this, fair value gap, I'm looking to take my entry. What do? I wait for this 1 minute candle to close. We get confirmation that we are pushing out of that fair value gap. I take my entry on the retest on this red candle right here, back into the fair value gap one last time. Boom. Right here was where I entered. Now I know it kind of looks like chop because it actually, this is chop, but the contracts today volatility was very high. We were able to clock in 40% because look, as soon as we get to that move, we're in right here. What does price do? We get a strong move straight up to these next set of highs up here. We also had another 5 minute level that I was looking at. It might have been the 15. Am I tweaking? I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know why my shit is tweaking. Anyway, took these to that next high. Obviously, I'm looking for price to continue going higher, clipping out these highs, and then going eventually all the way to that 15-minute high that I was talking about before. Unfortunately, though, we did take these for 40%, right? We got the entry. You guys kind of understand what I was looking for when I got that entry. Boom, bang, we're in. We get 40%. I trim some for 20 or 25, trim a little bit more for 40, and I'm holding remaining of my position, looking to just continue to scale out and trim position at these highs. Unfortunately, as you can see, price did come back down, and we ended up getting stopped out back at break even. Once I take my first scale, maybe not my first scale at 20%, but like if we're taking multiple scales and I'm up 40%, I'm not going to let that trade run red. Right, like I'm just setting my runners back to break even, and it's pretty much a risk-free trade. If we lose. Like if those runners go back to break even, I don't really care that much. It is what it is. Like we made money already, we're good. So unfortunately, we did wind up getting stopped out. But if you look, that was kind of just consolidation before the actual move, which kind of does hurt to look at. But like, listen. It is what it is, bro. That shit happens. That's why sometimes you just gotta close the chart after. Don't get emotional. Keep yourself level-headed. There is always another trade to be made. Literally, we'll wake up tomorrow morning, do the same thing. Not a big deal, bro. So, kind of a bummer on that aspect, but then again, it doesn't matter. We came out green. We made 40% of the trade. I was really looking to target these highs, which we're still intraday right now. Market is still open. We did wind up taking out those 15-minute highs, which would have been my target. You know, cons would have ran a couple 100%, nothing, no big deal. Anyway, doesn't matter. And then, yeah, I'm going to start banging out these trade recaps for you guys. Every single day we take a trade. I want to get back into the habit with that. I know I kind of may sound stupid on these sometimes, or like I got to get better in front of the cameras because like sometimes my brain is moving quicker than I can talk. But for the most part, I think they're pretty helpful to you guys. And if you guys are kind of unfamiliar with the terms I'm using, There is, if you go on the WAP page, I have my entire PDF guide that will basically break down every concept, every confluence I look for an entry, every other thing I look for, what I'm looking for pre-market, analysis, higher time frame stuff, my bias, all of that is all inside that PDF. Every term you guys are going to hear me talk about. So I would, if you guys aren't familiar or you want to learn more, even if you think you know everything, I would deadass just go through that, look at it, because I promise you you're going to learn at least one or two things, right? So go look at that. It'll make these videos make these videos make a lot more sense, if that makes sense to you guys. So yeah. All right. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30, every single morning, 9:30 a.m. EST live for Market Open, wap.com/teamjad trading, or it's linked in the description. You guys could join in live trading free every single morning. Let's get this shit. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.